Welcome. You and the Law is brought to you by the Chicago Bar Association. I'm Ed Snyder, a member of the Chicago Bar Association and a partner of the Chicago law firm of Arnstein and Lair. Today we're going to be discussing potential criminal law problems associated with certain student activities. On my right is Mr. Gal PISSETZKY. Mr. PISSETZKY also is a member of the Chicago Bar Association, and he's a partner with the Chicago law firm of PISSETZKY, Berliner, and Janicki. Mr. PISSETZKY's legal practice also concentrates in the area of criminal law, and he is a former Cook County Assistant State's Attorney.
You must put an end to the alcohol consumption and assure and make sure that the children or the young adults will not leave the house if they are in fact intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, we have to assume first that something happens and the police gets involved. Mm-hmm. If the police does not get involved, there's no potential criminal liability for anything. If the police gets involved, again, it comes down to in what way the police got involved. If there's a disturbance call, if they got involved because one of the young adults left the house and was stopped by a police officer, and then if it relates back to the party or to the parents, that's when the parent gets into some criminal liability. When you have a police involvement in a situation, in my field, in the criminal defense field, there's always a dilemma. Do you have, there's some attorneys who are in the position to advise their clients to always cooperate, and then some attorneys who will always tell their clients not to say a word. When you can try, you can see, and as people, we have experience in life, we have always, we encountered police in the past. Probably everybody have been stopped by a police officer on the street for speeding or whatever, so we know how it is or what the feeling is to have a police officer come and talk to you. It's pretty intimidating. If you can see that the police officer is truly interested in the disturbance call and is not interested in anything else, the best advice, as Jim said, was to tell the officer, I know about the problem. I talked to the kids already. I took care of it. Everything is taken care of. Hopefully that police officer will go away. But then again, if the police officer then sees a lot of cars outside and he or she, the police officer, determines there's truly a party in the house and there may be some alcohol because of the disturbance happened outside and may be caused by alcohol, then that's time to put an end to the discussion with the police officer. Mm-hmm. And again, as you mentioned in the beginning, each scenario or each case has its own facts, unique facts. No two cases are alike. So based on the situation that we have here, I believe that the best situation what you should do when a police officer tries to pressure the parents into giving more answers is to simply tell them, officer, with all due respect, and always be nice, always be the officers are there after all to protect us. So always honor the officer, always be nice to the officer, but with all due respect, we do have a family lawyer that we may want to talk to, or maybe we can have a few moments to see what we can do, but at this time, there's nothing for us to say. there's got to be some link back to where the person consumed the alcohol. And if the link is made, if the person who was arrested for the DUI, which, by the way, if it's a child or somebody under the age of 21 consuming alcohol, it's any amount of alcohol. So if that person get arrested for a DUI or driving while intoxicated and being under the age of 21, and he decides to tell the officers where he consumed the alcohol or where he or who bought him the alcohol, and then the officer goes back and investigates, that's when the parent may become liable under. There are a few statutes in Illinois that a parent may be liable, and that's providing alcohol to a minor, which could be a local ordinance, contributing to the delinquency of a minor in a variety of ways. And again, going back to the last hypothetical as well, if the parent gets involved in a situation like that, once the parent decides to say to stop talking, which is always the best advice for everybody who is in a situation where the police is about to interrogate them, the police may assume or may think that that person may have some more criminal liability just because of the fact that they're not talking. But don't forget, these are your rights. These are your Fifth Amendment rights.